After testing and reviewing the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds on their own, now it's time I put these premium open ears up against some tough competition and see how they stack up. Hi, my name is Andy, and in today's video I will compare the Bose Ultra Opens against 6 of my favorite open ears one by one to see if the Bose buds are worth the serious amount of cash I had to cough up to buy them. And by the end of this review I will make the decision whether I'm going to keep them for personal use or send them back to Bose. Now, let's get stuck in and see how the Bose Ultras fare against my top seeds as far as price, build quality, fit, comfort, portability, features, battery life, controls, phone call quality, and of course their sound. Our first contender is the one more Fit S50, which goes for around $99 these days, which is exactly 1/3 of the retail price of the Bose. And so it's an easy win for the S50. Due to its lower weight and more compact design, the Bose wins the comfort round by a mile, but I feel more confident wearing the S50s on a bike or when running, thanks to the tight ear hooks and the ear loops, which provide me with a very secure and reliable fit. Build quality is top of the class in both cases, but we get an IPX7 rating from one more, so the S50 takes another win. The battery case of the Bose is significantly smaller, and since neither of the two earbuds can be turned on and off without using their respective carry cases, the Ultras score an easy one in terms of portability. The S50 delivers a much better performance as far as battery life, and we also get wireless charging with the one more case, so the Bose loses a point here. As far as features, Bose sweetens its deal with Snapdragon Sound, aptX lossless and spatial audio, but the one more comes with multipoint and autoplay pause. Bose is working on adding multipoint to the Ultras, but as of making this video, multi-device connection is not available. So depending on how you look at it, it can easily be a tie between the two. Regarding controls, I prefer the tactile buttons on the Bose over the touch panels on the S50, and since we get similarly limited remapping capabilities in both smartphone apps, Bose takes this one. As for their sound, the Bose delivers a bigger punch along with a deeper extension in the bass, while the one more has a slightly more open mid-range and more energy in the treble. That said, I like how warm yet natural the Bose can sound in terms of vocals and instruments, and I also prefer its detailed but rather smooth approach to the uppermost octaves, which makes the listening experience more relaxing in the long run. Both earbuds can reach about the same level of maximum volume, but overall I would give this round to the Bose Ultras. And here's a quick audio sample from the built-in microphones on the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds, so I can compare the phone call quality to that of the one more S50. So this is the phone call quality you can expect from the built-in mics on the one more S50. Onto the Cleer Arc II Sport, these earbuds come in at around $170, making them almost half as expensive as the Bose. But they also weigh more than twice as much as the Bose, and that makes the Ultra an easy winner as far as long-term comfort. The fit of the Arc II is more secure thanks to the hinged ear hooks, which sit tightly on my ears. Build quality is equally impressive in both cases, but we get a slightly better IP rating with the Arc II, and the whole thing feels more robustly built too. Battery life is kind of a tie between the two, and neither of the two cases can offer wireless charging. What the Cleer case has, however, is UVC lights inside, which can sanitize your earbuds when they are stored away. Add to this the Snapdragon Sound with aptX and LC3 support and multipoint use, and the Arc II scores an easy one as far as features. Having the option to turn the Arc II buds on and off without having to use the huge carry case can compensate for the massive size difference between the two sets, so I call portability a tie. The touch controls are a joy to use on the Arc II, and while I prefer physical buttons in general, we also get full remapping in the Cleer Audio app along with loads of other settings and options, so this one is again a tie. The Arc II has a lean but well-controlled bass, with slightly recessed mids and detailed but rolled off and smooth highs. The Open Ultras sound a touch more warm and extended in the lower end, and also more spacious and detailed across the board, with a more nuanced mid-range. In short, I would describe their sound as more sophisticated. The Cleer Audio buds have more sheer power, a more center-focused image, and they can get louder too. And I did not even mention spatial audio, which is only available on the Ultra Open, so overall I guess that's a win for Bose. And here's a quick audio sample from the built-in microphones on the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds, so I can compare the phone call quality to what we can expect from the Cleer Arc II Sport earbuds. So this is the phone call quality, what you can get from the built-in mics on the Arc II compared to the Bose Ultra Opens. Onto the Emeet AirFlow, these buds cost about $160, which makes them significantly less expensive than the Bose. Both earbuds are well built, and while the difference in their respective IP ratings is negligible, I still feel like the AirFlow's design is more robust and probably more durable too. Comfort yet again goes to the Bose, but the ear hooks still provide me with a tighter fit across all use cases. Their single charge playtime is similar, but Emeet wins the battery battle with more juice in the case and faster fast charging. But Bose strikes back when it comes to portability thanks to its much smaller footprint, and since we cannot turn the Emeet buds on and off without their carry case, this round goes to the Ultra Opens. As far as features, the AirFlow comes with multi-point, a detachable boom mic, a Bluetooth dongle, hearing care in the app, and UVC lights in the case, and all Bose have to offer in response is spatial audio and Snapdragon sound. So I guess this one has to go to Emeet. But due to the touch panels on the AirFlow buds and their limited customization in the Emeet app, Bose scores 1 point with its physical tactile controls. The sound signature of the AirFlow is very similar to that of the Bose in terms of the overall frequency response, as we get a good punch in the bass and plenty details in the treble, with some solid and forward enough mids sandwiched in between. But the Bose can give us a touch more of everything, including better bottom end extension, more warmth and richness in the mids, and finer details in the highs, along with a more developed soundstage. Even volume can go a little bit higher on the Bose, so that's a win for the Ultra Opens. And here's a quick audio sample from the built-in microphones on the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds, so I can compare the phone call quality to what we can get from the Emeet AirFlow while we are out and about, with its special mic boom attached. Next up is the Oladance OWS Pro, and while this is the most expensive out of all the competitors by far, it's still about $70 cheaper than the Bose. The build quality of the OWS Pro is out of this world, and even though both IP ratings are the same here, I have to give this one to Oladance. But while their comfort used to be my favorite of them all, there is nothing that can beat Bose in that regard. And again, the ear hook design makes the fit more secure overall, so the OWS Pro picks up another point. Battery life is an undeniable win for Oladance, and even though the carry case is much larger than that of the Bose, the OWS Pro buds can be turned on and off without having the case at hand all the time, so it makes portability a tie between the two in my eyes. Onto features, both have Snapdragon sound, aptX and spatial audio, while Oladance comes with a surprisingly effective noise cancelling mode, multi-point use and an optional $50 remote controller/intercom, so depending on your use case, I can see it going either way, which makes this round a tie. The Force Touch buttons are great on the OWS Pro, and so are the comprehensive custom settings in the app, so it's another win for the Oladance. And let's not forget that the already mentioned button can also be used as a remote controller for your buds on the bike, so that's another bonus. And even if it costs $50 on its own, the total price is still less than what we have to pay for the Bose. As far as their sound, the bass is prominent in both, but maybe the Bose has a more rounded and fuller sounding bottom octave with better extension, while the mid and upper bass is a bit overemphasized on the Oladance Pro. And partly that's why the mids come through a bit darker on the Oladance, so even though vocals are rich and detailed, speech intelligibility is better on the Bose. We get smooth highs on both earbuds, but the Ultra Open offers more sparkle and extension and also a more spacious and open soundscape, so it means that the Ultras take this round. And here's a quick audio sample from the built-in microphones on the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds, so I can compare the phone call quality to that of the Oladance OWS Pro. So this is the phone call quality you can expect from the built-in mics on the OWS Pro compared to the Bose Ultra Open. Now let's see the favorite open earbuds of many, the Shokz OpenFit, which is priced at $180. And we all know what that means by now, 1 point for Shokz. The OpenFit's overall build quality could be better in my opinion, but we get an IP54 dust and splash proof rating, which is good enough for a tie in this round. I find the ear hooks a touch flimsy, and that also makes the fit a tie between these two. The exceptional comfort of the Shokz earbuds, while the closest of them all, is still behind what Bose have to offer, so the Ultra Open takes its first win. The battery performance overall is more or less the same, so that's another tie. In terms of size, the Shokz case comes closest to the Bose, but it's still larger, and we don't get the option to turn the OpenFit buds on and off without using the case, so portability is a tick in the box on the Bose side. And so are the button controls on the Ultra Open, as I find the touch controls a bit crippled on the OpenFit, both in terms of functionality and customizability. When it comes to features, the only meaningful option of the OpenFit is multipoint, so Bose can finally be victorious with its Snapdragon chip and spatial audio. The OpenFit is famous for its class-leading bottom-end extension, but it can also distort like crazy at higher output levels, and that's when the less punchy but also consistently clean and controlled bass of the Ultra Open can come out on top. Before the Bose came to market, the OpenFit used to be my favorite buds as far as mid-range clarity and tonality, and while the Ultra Open is a bit less warm and maybe not quite as rich sounding as the Shokz, it comes really close with its forward and open vocals. And in terms of details and extension in the highs, the Bose can deliver a superior performance than the Shokz. All that said, overall I could call it a tie between the two, but again, the distorting bass of the OpenFit tips the scales in favor of the Bose Ultra.
And here's a quick audio sample from the built-in microphones on the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds, so I can compare the phone call quality to that of the Shokz OpenFit. So this is the phone call quality you can expect from the built-in mics on the Shokz OpenFit while you are out and about.
And last but not least, we got the Soundcore AeroFit Pro for $170, which is way below the price point of the Bose Ultra Open. The build quality of the AeroFit Pro is crazy good, both in terms of materials and durability, so that earns a point for Soundcore. And then I did not even mention the detachable neckband, which makes the fit extremely snug and probably the most secure of them all, so that's another score for the AeroFit Pro. The winning streak, however, comes to an end as soon as we realize how much comfortable the Ultra Open earbuds are in the long run. But I guess nobody is surprised to hear that at this point. Soundcore put massive batteries in both their case and in their earbuds, so as far as playtime goes, the AeroFit Pro is back to its good form and takes its next win. And while the case itself is larger, it has a slim profile and you don't even have to have it on you all the time in order to use the AeroFit Pros all day long, so portability goes to Soundcore again. And the good performance continues with the features. Both have aptX, but Soundcore gives you LDAC. The Ultra Open comes with spatial audio, but so does the AeroFit Pro. What the Bose buds cannot yet compete with, however, is the multi-point support on the Soundcore. And as long as it's considered a feature, I like the magnetic button on the top of the carry case, which pops the lid open. And speaking of buttons, both earbuds give you plastic tactile buttons for media controls, but I don't like how tiny those buttons are on the AeroFit Pro, so Bose can get this one. And the Ultras take the sound quality round as well, thanks to their more extended bass, the richer mid-range and the similarly extended yet rather smooth highs. The AeroFit Pros are the only earbuds besides Bose that offer spatial audio, but it's nowhere near as sophisticated or well implemented as the same feature on the Bose.
And here's a quick audio sample from the built-in microphones on the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds, so I can compare the phone call quality to what we can get from the built-in mics on the Soundcore AeroFit Pro while we are out and about. So this is the phone call quality comparison between the two earbuds.
And as you can see, 5 earbuds out of the 6 I compared the Bose Ultra Open to came out with a comfortable win. And most of them cost about half as much as the Bose. Sure, it depends on where and when you watch this video, but that's what the market looks like from where I'm sitting as of making this comparison. But what the Ultra Open earbuds have going for them is the fact that Bose won the comfort round in every single case, and they also made a clean sweep as far as sound quality is concerned, making them arguably the best sounding open ears today, and that should mean a lot. but the differences in sound are mostly minuscule, and most of the other buds can be used all day long without any comfort issues as well. And the way I use these kinds of open ears, which is mostly outside listening to podcasts or YouTube videos during all sorts of physical activities, the superior sound quality does not make much of a difference, if anything at all. And I also appreciate the super secure fit most earhook designs can provide me with. Any of the other players will give you a better phone call experience, and in most cases you also get a more comprehensive feature set too. So in my opinion, the Bose earbuds are only worth a consideration as long as you want that second to none comfort and you are willing to pay a premium for that extra few % increase in sound quality as well. Of course, there is the tiny form factor too, which is absolutely required if you want to carry around the battery case in your pocket next to that fat wallet of yours, which I assume you have if you can afford the Bose buds. But again, considering my use cases and personal preferences, I can hardly justify spending that much money on these earbuds, no matter how sleek, good sounding and comfy they are, so after some consideration I decided that they have to go back to where they came from. It's time for a €350 refund, which by the way allows me to buy those new and feature-packed Sennheiser Momentum Sport earbuds, which probably suit my use case better than the Bose, but that's another story for another day. And that was my Bose versus the best comparison video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you liked it, and feel free to leave a comment should you have anything to ask or share regarding any of the earbuds that came up in today's discussion. Thanks for watching everyone, hope to see you all in the next one.